Hello out there, folks. It's Dave here from Dave Station VR, and today is a very big day for PlayStation VR owners because we just got Dreams VR support. This has been a long time in the making, but a lot of stuff that's already been created is VR supported out of the box or with a few tweaks, and I went through today and played a ton of stuff, and I want to show off for you guys what I think are like the 10 best experiences that I had. I didn't get to play everything, obviously. There's so much out there. So if there's something I missed, let me know in the comments, and I'll definitely go back and play it. This will not be my last Dreams video, I guarantee you. But as of launch day, these are my 10 favorite games in Dreams. Let's get into it. First up is Wingsuit World. Now this is going to look a lot like Rush VR. Obviously you are wingsuiting down a mountain, but it's got a lot of charm, and it's really, really well designed. There's only one level for right now, but it's pretty long. And you can replay it to get all these balloons that you see here, and there's some special challenges, especially at the end. But you can see here the design is just incredible. I mean, going under those waterfalls, look at that water effect. I mean, this is just beautiful. And I really like the look of this more than Rush VR, honestly. I'd love to see this guy expand it. And can't go wrong with Wingsuit World. Next, we've got a game called Turbulence, which is a racing game that's set in a kind of a disaster movie setting. As you're, driving down this course, everything's exploding, things are falling on the track, destroying what you're driving on. And it's pretty incredible what they've been able to pull off. I mean, the weather effects here look awesome. All the explosions, all the stuff that's going on in the background, destruction literally in front of you in real time. This is impeccable. I don't even know how you'd make a thing like this, but it's insane that people can pull this off in Dreams. So this is a must play, absolutely. Our next game is one called Tectonic, and it actually comes to us from the same creators as the last one I just showed you, but it's a much more straightforward racing game. And, it doesn't have all these crazy environmental effects, although there is sort of the disaster movie aspect to it, because one mode does see you running into an earthquake, which affects the stage as you go through. But this one's got a lot more depth in that there's upgrades and unlockables and stuff for your car, depending on how you perform in each of the different modes. There's actually 3 modes. This one you see here is adventure mode, then there's also a time trial, and something called bomb mode, which is like you've got a ticking timer attached to your car and you have to run through checkpoints or else you'll explode. There's a lot to do here, and it's all really fun. I just love the screen where you set up your car and stuff. It really looks like a polished racing game. It's not Gran Turismo, but it's pretty goddamn good for Dreams. So this is quite an achievement, and these are some creators you want to keep an eye on as far as racing games go. Our next Dreams Day 1 VR Top 10 title is a game called Jumpspace Reactor. And as you can see here, it's got a really cool aesthetic, and it's kind of like it's a platforming in the vein of maybe To the Top, or some of these other games we've seen where you get a real sense of, the height as you're bouncing around. But it's designed as a speedrun stage, and it definitely takes some getting used to get through these parts. It's pretty challenging, and it's just a lot of fun. And I didn't even beat it, and I played for probably 15-20 minutes. So there's definitely some challenge here, and I think it'll feel real good when you get that speed run down. But lots of promise here, and I'd love to see more stages in the Jumpspace world. This next one is unabashedly a clone of Astrobot, but at the same time, it's probably the most impressive game that I played today. This is Super Great Job Human Demo Edition. So there's one called Great Job Human that's a game that's already out, but Super Great Job Human is the sequel, and it's so polished, it's so good, and I'm really excited to see where they go with this. There's a shop where you can get upgrades, there's really big open areas to platform around, and some really cool mechanics. There's this thing where you jump and there's you detach your imp and swing around on these little platforms, and you can do tricks in the air. It's just delightful, and it's not exactly Astrobot, of course, but it's clearly influenced by it, and it's so goddamn good. You guys have to play this one. This next one also completely blew me away. I did not imagine that you could do a thing like this in Dreams VR. This is a ride at Altopolis, and basically it's like a Blade Runner car simulator, as you can see. But the scale of this city, the detail, and just the feeling and the look of everything. I mean, if you put a game in here, sign me up. I mean, even if you don't, this is one of the most impressive things I saw today. I did not know that you could pull this off in Dreams in VR. It looks very crisp, there's no blur, and you can just go around and explore this whole cityscape to your heart's content. Definitely a must play. This next one actually comes to us from a friend of the channel, Seraphim190. You guys might know him. He's an Australian PSVR YouTuber who's been around for a while. And he actually got to start making Minecraft stuff. And you can tell he is quite a creator, man, because he has completely re-envisioned, recreated Space Harrier, the classic Sega game, in Dreams in VR. And this is just perfect. It's the entire game. He also made Outrun, another classic Sega game. And this is just great. I mean, I love this thing so much. I did occasionally run into an issue where it said the frame rate got too low and it kicked me back to cinema mode, but that only happened once or twice when there was like a lot of stuff going on. But this is just really, really good job, Seraphim. And I can't wait to see what he does next. Our next game is actually a pair of experiences called Aang Project Minigames. And if you're familiar with the show Avatar: The Last Airbender, a really, really popular show that just came back on Netflix recently, Aang is the main character, and so both of these games star him. Basically, you've got two things here. There's a sledding challenge, which you see right now on the screen, and this is a lot of fun. There's some challenge to it. You can kind of go for a speed run, and it just looks and performs really, really, really well. I was impressed by the length of the stage, all the different areas that it had, and just like how good it looks, honestly. There's also a mode that's like a hang glider, and for right now, all you can do is float over the world of Avatar: The Last Airbender. So if that's a show you like, you can kind of, check out the different areas, the different nations and stuff. And it's a pretty cool glider simulator as well. My next pick is a platformer called Save the Colony, and I really like this one. There's some depth to it. There's a lot of different moves that you can do. You've got a jump, a ground pound, an attack move. You can hover in the air, you can run, and it's a decently, lengthy little mission here that you've got. And there's something really charming about it. It's just really well put together. For the most part, the camera works really well, and the scale of stuff is cool. It's kind of like you're a protagonist in like an action-adventure version of A Bug's Life or something. So it's pretty cute, pretty charming, and I really like this one a lot. And last but not least, we've got Europa 2061, which is kind of a sci-fi mystery adventure story inspired by 2001: A Space Odyssey, where you end up crash landing on a planet that you're not supposed to be on. So it's a little bit short, but there's a lot of promise here. They just need to work on the scaling a little bit. Some of the people look kind of small. Some of the environments don't look exactly scaled properly for VR. But the thing about Dreams that is awesome is that people are going to be updating this stuff. They're going to be working on it and optimizing it for VR. This is just day one. So I'm very excited to see where this goes. And I'm excited to see where all these other projects go that we've talked about today. And there's stuff out there that I haven't even seen. There's stuff that people are still working on. This is just the beginning, guys. Dreams VR is going to be a game changer. There is so much to do here, so much to create, and I was just really, really, really impressed with what people were able to pull off. So it's just going to get better in the future, so saddle up. As always, thank you so much for watching, guys. Get out there, play some Dreams, make some Dreams. I can't wait to see what people are going to come up with. If there's something I missed, leave me a comment. Let me know, and I would love to check it out. And you guys are great. As always, thank you, and have a good rest of your day.